What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Scythe here, and I'm playing some Black Ops 2, and I'm doing something really annoying that people find annoying, and that's using the tac insert and throwing the C4 at people. People get really upset about it. They get really angry, and they want to throw stuff at me like toaster pastries or some sort of weird combination lock stuck in a sock and throwing it at me. But the reason why I'm doing this is because with this being annoying, I wanted to make that the theme of this video, because I told people I was going to start answering some of their questions, and I received a pretty interesting question that I thought was pretty funny. And the question was, what was the most annoying movie you've ever seen? And when I got that, I was looking at Twitter and I was like, well, that's easy. I just watched the most annoying movie I've ever seen in my life. And I don't know if you guys have heard of it, because it was on the Sci-Fi Network this past week, but it's called Sharknado 2. I don't know if you guys have seen this. It's the most ridiculous thing I've seen in my life. If you've never seen it, there is also a Sharknado, the first movie. And basically what it is in the first movie, it's just Los Angeles gets terrorized by tornadoes that suck up sharks up from the water and drop them all over the land. And they attack people all over Los Angeles and basically destroy the entire city. Now, that seems realistic. That could happen. But apparently they spend the entire movie with these fucking sharks just jumping all over the place, jumping through people, going through windows, attacking people in the middle of the street, like biting through their cars, and just stuff you've never seen in your life. And apparently more sharks than you have ever imagined existed were in this storm of sharks all over Los Angeles. And the second one, because apparently somebody got the funding to make a second one, it's called Sharknado 2, and it's called Sharknado 2, the second one, because naming it Sharknado 2 does not indicate that it's the second one. But it's the most ridiculous thing, because now they go to New York, the same two people, they go to New York City, and it starts off with them on a plane, and all of a sudden sharks are jumping all over the plane, like in the air. Like fucking sharks are falling out of the sky onto their plane. They bite through the plane, they get in the plane, they attack one of the main girls on the movie and bite her hand off, and they apparently have another Sharknado where all these sharks get in tornadoes and attack New York City, and of course all of New York City has to band together and save New York from sharks and tornadoes. And it's not awful. I mean, it's funny. I'm hoping that they made this movie because it's supposed to be funny and not because they're trying to get any cinematic, like, recognition out of it. It never was in movies. It went straight to, like, the Sci-Fi Network. I know Howard Stern. I don't know if you guys listen to Howard Stern. He was a big advocate of how funny this movie was, because he thought it was funny they were trying to make a horror movie over sharks and a tornado, and I think that's how they got so popular, because he was talking about them so much. But that has to be the answer to my question. The most annoying movie I've ever seen is Sharknado 2. If you haven't seen it, it's very annoying, but I think you'll have a fun time. Like if you're old enough to drink. I don't want people who are old enough to drink to be doing this, but it's fun to get really drunk and watch this movie. Like this guy laying here on the ground who I just shot in his balls from the rear. It's very funny to watch this movie when you're completely shiitake faced, which is what I did when I watched the movie. Now, another question that people asked me that I'm going to go ahead and answer is, how did I get noticed on YouTube, or how did I get sponsors, things like that. Now, I have some videos that talk about that already, and I don't want to get into all the boring details and the whole, my struggles were real, man, I really had to just work from the gutter. I didn't really have to do all that. And, you know, getting all the sponsors that I have now, you know, Sony, Toshiba, Samsung TV, Outlaw Apparel, all these other people, they you know, I got noticed because, and I'm not going to say who, but a very, very large video game YouTuber is a friend of mine, and he thought that I would be entertaining in videos, and he's like, dude, you should totally make a channel. And I was like, dude, I totally don't want to do that because I suck. And they were like, oh no, you're really funny and you'd have fun and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, okay. So I did a couple, and that's all of a sudden, you know, he gave me a push a couple times, and then all of a sudden I started getting, you know, subscribers and followers on Twitter and followers on Instagram and things like that. And I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't want people like spamming this person, you know, saying, oh my god, I want you to help me get YouTube famous, because I'm not YouTube famous at all. Like, there's people way bigger than me, but I do make a decent amount of money doing what I do, and I couldn't be, you know, more blessed to be able to do that, and I'm very grateful for that. But it's very hard nowadays to get noticed on YouTube. You have to, like, basically do something nobody else is possibly doing, which is what I tell people so many times, is like, don't copy what other people are doing. You know, I started doing YouTube videos, doing trolling videos on Call of Duty, and a lot of people were doing that, and it was so hard for me to get noticed. And that was like 3 years ago. Now it's like everybody's doing it, and it's so hard to get recognized out of it. And even though you might be really good at it, and I'm not taking that away from anybody, but it's still very hard. Just as well as doing videos of playing games like this. If I just started doing YouTube and I was doing these videos, it'd be hard for me to get any recognition whatsoever, because I'm not more special than anybody else, and there's a lot of people that make just as good content, if not better, than I do. But that's basically, you know, my advice. Do something nobody else is doing. And I hate to say it, but I'd stay away from popular video games. I think if you start playing games and recording games that not many people are playing or don't have any videos of, you might get some more recognition, because when people do Google searches for those games, it'll, you know, your video will pop up because you'll be the only one that pops up, so that might help you too. But I mean, that's just my advice. So those are the two questions: the most annoying movie, Sharknado 2, and how do you become YouTube famous? You have to have sex with a lot of farm animals. I want to see how much shit I get for that now. It's not, I'm kidding. Anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Give it a like, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to start uploading hopefully every other day now, but hopefully you guys like that. So hopefully hit me a like, and hit me up on Twitter and let me know if you have any more questions. Talk to you later. Bye. Peace.